Okay, we should be live as usual. Let's see if everything is okay. Okay, perfect. Now, welcome back to this updating moment of the channel. I know, I promised one update vlog also in December, but things happen, so rip. But hey, I am here. Perfect. So, what are we going to talk about? As usual, update. But first, one of my favorite activities, which is the rap. I know. Usually, raps happen in December. It is something, however, that I never really understood because generally, if you do a rap of the year, you would like to do it on, well, January? So you can include everything, but it is what it is. So, how does it work? It works that I took a little bit the stats concerning the channel, and I want to update you a bit on what happened this year and thus what are my conclusions after seeing the stats. So, without further ado, here we will see a bit the stats. Yes, made with Canva. Anyway, we start with the community. What is community? Community is how many people join the community. So how many subscribers we got this year. And it is a plus 269 family number for a total of 490. My goal was to reach 500. Well, however, I didn't have much time to make that much content in the second part of, like, in the last trimester of the year, like the last season of the year, because school. So here we are. Next. Top videos. So, what is the top 5 of videos of this year? What are the videos you watch the most? Let's start from the least watch of the top 5. So, let's start with the number 5, which was Tango by Tananai from the compilation of Learn Italian with Songs, which is like where we talk about Italian songs to see a bit the cultural context, the grammar, the syntax of Italian, the language, and whatnot. So to give like a practical example of how Italian is works, okay, in real life. Tango by Tananai is a song from Sanremo 2023. Was a request, so there we go. At 4th place, we have a grammar video, difference between open and closed vowels. Yeah, I'm not doing them much because like it's been some time since I had the last videos about grammar and syntax. This is because they take a lot of time to be written because, of course, since I am explaining how the language works, I have to do my research and whatnot because I know when I speak how to use certain sounds, how to use certain grammar rules. However, to give an explanation, a proper explanation, I have to check reliable sources. So it takes time. And since I have to focus a lot on my studies, I don't have much time, but at certain point, I would like to publish more of them. 3rd place, we have top 13 best Italian grammar books. Always from, just like at the 4th place, from the compilation gathering all the videos concerning grammar and whatnot, so more concerning the Italian language from a formal point of view. And I'm very happy about it because nowadays grammar books are really underestimated, and there are many people saying, oh, but actually I don't need a grammar book because I have Duolingo, I have videos, I have tips and tricks from YouTube YouTubers. No, guys. Like grammar books to learn any language for me is a must. Doesn't matter what language you are learning. It is true that it's very important to have practical examples, so people speaking the language and people with whom you can speak the language, but also you need to understand the grammar behind, because once you understand how a language works, everything is easier. My humble opinion. And despite having the teachers on YouTube actually relying on books written by grammar experts are like more reliable. So I'm very happy that this video, despite being quite old, reached the third place. Now, second place, we have Sapore di Sale by Gino Paoli. Learn Italian with songs. I know after this video I got more requests. Guys, I didn't forget about your request. It's just that I had many things to do. Everything I'm publishing about Duolingo was already pre-recorded, so I had it ready, while for any request came after the summer, it will take some time. Yes, I am going, just like I did in 2025 and a bit in 2024, I am going to do the analysis of Sanremo Music Festival songs. However, right now I am like dealing with some things that I'm going to explain later, but yeah, don't worry. I promise this year the songs analysis are coming back. And then, last but not least, at first place, we have Pedro by Raffaella Carrà. Again, analysis of songs. And, well, you can imagine why, because there is nothing more powerful than memes on TikTok. So, here we are. As you might have noticed, there is not much Duolingo, but at this point, since I recorded everything, I am going to finish publishing all the units review for the whole course. And yes, I'm still working on the overview of what I think concerning the whole course after I went through all of it. But once again, since I had many things to do, of course, I needed to analyze properly my data I gathered while I was doing the course, and it is almost done. I still have to review some data and then the video is going to be ready. But once again, I'm going to explain what happened between the end of the year and the beginning of the year. They took a lot of my time, energy, and life. So give me 5 minutes and I will explain. Next, top live streams. Because yes, since in 2024, to cut some time, I used a lot the streaming and not really the uploading of videos. YouTube divided between videos and live streams. So I had to do 2 different categories, but it's okay. Now, what are the top live streams of 2025? Once again, we are going to see a top 5, and of the 5th place we have Tutta l'Italia by Gabri Ponte Explain. So yes, once again, learn Italian with songs, also because the majority, like if not all, not all of my live streams concerned analysis of songs, but like 90%, probably something more. So yeah, you can imagine what we are going to find in this top 5. But it is interesting to see which songs interest you the most. And Tutta l'Italia, which was the hymn of Sanremo 2025 and then won San Marino Music Festival to go to the Eurovision, it was fun moments of 2025. At 4th place, then we have another request, which is Volevo un gatto nero, one of the most famous songs made for children, Italian children, and children's songs are still very appreciated because if you are a beginner, they are very approachable and understandable, even if you are an adult, so understandable. Remember, if you want to add to the list of songs and you want to request more children's songs, I have no problem analyzing them because I understand their value in someone's journey towards learning a song. I just like stories for children in the same way I understand the importance of songs for children. And then on the third place, we have Cuoricini by Comacose, one of the most loved songs from Sanremo Music Festival 2025, which is like funny to me. Many people wanted that to go at Eurovision, and a little bit of gossip. Comacose, which when they participated in 2025 Sanremo Music Festival, were husband and wife, but after this summer they broke up, so Cuoricini no more. And at the second place, we have Italian Reacts to Espresso Macchiato. Another request, it was some fun. Some people didn't take it very well about what I said because it wasn't the classic basic bitch complaining about the fact that, oh my god, this is offensive towards Italy. I had a much LOL approach because, I mean, have you seen Tommy Cash? And I was pretty much like funny, hee haha sort of situation. But yeah, given the amount of drama it generated and how many Italian pretended or actually got offended by this song, it was like a hot topic around May, like between Sanremo Music Festival and the Eurovision, because pretty much that was the period when it was released. So understandable. And then last but not least, at first place, we have Bella Ciao Explained. I am quite happy that this live stream, so this video, had so much attention because Bella Ciao, culturally speaking, is pretty much important for Italy, and there are many people who are abusing it or singing it without understanding it. And the fact that it got so much interest gives me a little bit of hope in humankind. So, I get it. You appreciated a lot the song analysis, and in fact, I promise they are coming back. I am just asking from you a little bit more patience because I have to get my shit together and then we can proceed with more songs. Next, quizzes, because if you are only quote unquote watching my videos, you might want to know that actually in the community section of the channel, you are going to find daily quizzes on Italian language, Italian culture, and here's something very interesting happen. We are going to discover what. Once again, we have the top 5, and the way I picked these top 5 was how many answers, because of course they are quizzes. Generally you get a question and then you have to choose among 4 answers. So I picked the quizzes that received more answers because, I mean, if you answered the quiz, it's because probably sparked your interest, so it makes sense. So, let's see. Okay. 5th place, we have an idiom. So, there are different types of quizzes. One category is the idiom, the idiomatic expressions, the way of sayings. So, little sentences, expressions with a figurative meaning. You find them in all the languages and are expressing something which not match the literal meaning. For example, avere la lingua lunga, to have a long tongue. okay? It doesn't mean literally to have a long tongue, it means something else. If you want to know what it means, well, go check out the quizzes, because every time you answer the quiz, you not only see what is the right answer, but you're also going to unlock an explanation of why in Italian we say that, what is the origin of that idiomatic expression, if there is an official explanation, otherwise some theories, if and when you have similar way of saying in other languages, mainly compared to either English or other Romance languages. And you can also comment if in your language you have similar expressions, because in the end, this community, the whole point of this community is cultural exchange. So don't be shy and feel free to share. So at the fifth place, we have this idiomatic expression with 112 answers. Then, fourth place, ad maiora, 144 answers. Now, another section, another category of quizzes that got a lot of attention this year was Latin expressions. Why? Because in Italian, so in Italy and while speaking Italian, we still, at least some categories of Italian speakers still use a lot of Latin expressions. For example, I am a jurist, and for jurists it's quite common to still use many Latin expressions. So for me, it's normal to use them. Mind you, it's not normal for everybody. It's more common for a portion of people, a portion of Italian people who study very specific things. But generally, we have still a good portion using Latin, even in everyday language, like proverbs, way of saying, expressions, but also maintaining Latin for specific language. So, for example, juridically speaking, we still use a lot of Latin. In fact, I even had at university one mandatory exam. So, everyone in Italy who has to go through law school has to deal with this exam where you have to study ancient Roman law. And of course, you have many technical terms which are still in Latin. And we kept them also in Italian language nowadays. This is because Latin always been heavily influential, like very influent on Italian. We evolved as a language from that. And so, like I said, maybe it can be interesting. And apparently was interesting indeed. And at third place, guess what? Another Latin expression, id est, 200 answers. And at the second place, would you look at that? Another Latin expression with the 267 answers. And guess what we have at first place? Well, not a Latin expression, but a word rooted in Latin, because once again, we have many words, many verbs, many everything of the Italian language heavily rooted in Latin, because it is our parent language. Specifically, it was a quiz on which of the following Italian words still shows clear Latin roots in both spelling and meaning, because we have certain words coming from Latin which changed a lot their meaning throughout the years. This is very common in other languages as well. Or heavily changed the spelling. Well, in this quiz, you are going to find a word which kept a very close spelling to the original Latin word and kept the meaning as well. There are many occurrences of that, and this was the top quizzes. So in the top quizzes, you might have noticed a lot of Latin. Now, due to the demands concerning more Latin quizzes, I have increased a bit the number of quizzes you are going to see. So I went from about 1 per week to 3 per week. And I hope you're going to enjoy, because for me, Latin was a big portion of my life. I did a very specific high school where I studied ancient languages, and I studied for 5 years, not only Italian language and culture, but also ancient Latin and ancient Greek language and culture. So I care a lot about Latin, so I'm happy to share about it, and eventually I might also make some videos. Now, that said, back we are to our discussion. First of all, I hope you enjoy this wrap, or like what we did, how we did this year. And well, what can I say? Where to start? Now, really enjoyed the how can I call them, the videos concerning explaining songs. Again, they are coming back, don't worry. You also enjoyed a lot Latin expressions, so I'll keep going with them. Then shorts. I want to bring back shorts. However, I want to make them more polished. They take some time, just like the analysis of songs. So, why I took a break? First of all, but I kept publishing, for example, the Duolingo ones, because Duolingo, I did the whole course and I recorded every video during the summer, like actually during September before starting school. So I already have them ready. While for the shorts and the song videos and anything else, I have to do them now. Now, some of you know that in October I started another university, because I can work in France with my degree, because my Italian degree is recognized in France as well. Thank you, European Union. But there is not much there aren't many job offers in the city where I'm living in, so I have to, how can I say, increase my knowledge, to broaden my knowledge towards another domain, and this domain is IT. My law degree is already focused on IT law. So that's why every now and then you hear me talk about intellectual property, anything concerning digital law and whatnot, because this is my field. So anything that is IT, data protection, cybersecurity, AI, and so on. This is my part of law. However, why not going a little bit more technical? So I went towards my what I already did, but I am also doing it on a programmer side, if you can say like that. Now, this school that I'm doing, it is quite peculiar. So more I work, faster I finish, and since I'm almost 30 years old, I needed to finish SAP because I needed to start working SAP. So I am spending a lot of time at school and doing school projects, and this is what I did at the end of the year, so like from October to December. That's why I didn't have much time to make new videos, let's put it like that. Then I wanted to do things during my Christmas vacation, because I went back to Italy for Christmas and New Year's, but the truth is that I had so many things to do in Italy that I didn't have time to work on videos and whatnot. Then we came back, and the Italian airport handling our luggages thought that it would be very cool to not send our luggages, so we had to deal with retrieving our luggages. But when we came back in France, we had, first of all, in the whole of our region, snow, which is not very common when we live, so everything was blocked. The circulation of any type of transport was blocked, so no luggages. And then towards the end of this week, we had a storm. So other issues with the weather. Now, we should be able to get back our luggages on Monday. Let's manifest, chat. Let's manifest very hard because I really want back my luggages. So that took a lot of my energy, mind, and whatnot. Also, since I had many things, many more things than I expected to do in Italy because of family issues, I didn't also have time not only to work on my YouTube channel, but also to work on my school projects. So now I have also to catch up at school with the part of the project that I didn't do during vacation. Because yes, in my school, you don't go on vacation. You just work as much as you can, as fast as you can. So I am doing that as well. Now, what are my New Year's resolutions? Giving you one Duolingo video per week. Starting once again to make videos about the analysis of songs. Then working as much as I can also on shorts. Then you are going to always receive your quizzes because that never stopped. So I really invite you to check the community part of the YouTube channel so you can find you can find out about these quizzes. As I said, I increased a little bit more the quizzes and information sharing concerning Latin expression, aphorisms, important quotes, and whatnot. At certain point, maybe I'm going to do shorts about it as well because, once again, great fan of Latin. I spent a lot of time, 5 years of my life plus all the time I needed specific vocabulary in Latin while I was studying law. There is much more Latin in Italian that you might expect, mainly if you work in a certain domain. And what else? Of course, every now and then we play on Twitch, but recently we've been quite tired after coming back and also before leaving for vacation, because, school, And then what else? Of course, I always invite you to join our Discord because even if you don't see me much active on YouTube or Twitch, we are always chatting and speaking on Discord more by text because I have things to do. So, of course, texting is my favorite mean of talk, speech information. And also you can get all the information before actually seeing them on other platforms because in the end we talk a lot on Discord. Then, as I said, I of course plan to do the analysis of the song concerning Sanremo. Next vlog, which I'm going to do at the beginning of February, will be concerning Sanremo. Because Sanremo this year in 2026 is going to be towards the end of February. Also, soon we are going to have the Olympic Games in Italy, but about it, I think we are going to talk about it mainly on Discord. About the drama and whatnot. Maybe I will make a short on the highlights of these Olympic Games at the end of the Olympic Games to do a little bit of what happened. So probably that will come in February as well. But we see. So now, this is everything I had to say. This is a little bit how the channel went in 2025. I said a little bit about what what to expect in this 2026. Let me know under this video if you have any New Year resolutions for this 2026. That said, let me know what you think about also the channel New Year resolution and how the channel did in 2025. I hope you enjoyed. Grazie everyone for watching and arrivederci.